All right, here we go. This one's going to be a 40 Smith & Wesson test. Today we're going to be testing out the old school Triton Hi-VEL ammo. So for that one, it is a 135 grain bullet. Here's what that thing looks like. It does have your nickel plated brass and it's rated 1,325 feet per second. And it does say that is out of a 4.5 inch barrel. So we'll see how close we come today. So we do have two different barrel lengths tested out of today. So for our short barrel, we are going to be using our Glock 27. That one does have that 3.42 inch barrel. And for our full size, we're going to be using our Beretta 96 FS. That one has that 4.9 inch barrel. So we'll be going through our gel. Those are 10% calibrated blocks. Do have our catch block behind that, so a total of 22 inches of gel, our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front, and like always, we'll set up our chronograph so you can hopefully pick up those impact velocities. So let's set up and see how this round does. All right, we're setting back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. All right, so it looks like our impact velocity on that one is 1235. So definitely not too bad. Rated was 1325, but we are using that super short barrel, so pretty good to see so far. All right, and there is that entry. Looks like I got a pretty good hit. You can see right down in there and a pretty big star pattern so far. So let's check it out from the top. Oh yeah, definitely not too bad. Looking pretty good. So it looks like as soon as that thing came in, it opened up really nicely, getting some really nice spiral cuts. It did settle down pretty quickly. It's dumping a ton of energy right off the bat. And then we did actually stop in that first block. So we did not get too much penetration, but that's okay. So at our widest spot, we are at 2¼ inches. Like always, we'll cut these open to get a little bit more accurate cross sections or measurements later, but definitely not too bad from the top. So let's check it out from the side. Oh yeah, same thing. So it looks like as soon as it came in, it opened up. You can see those really nice spiral cuts going through. It's looking a little bit wider here from the side. And then you can see where it did flatline pretty quickly. And then there it is in that first block. It looks like it did shed a little bit of lead in there too. Well, let's check it out here from the side. And we are at just shy of 2.5 inches. So a little bit more from the side than the top. So always good to see. And then you can see it right there. It is actually facing downward. And at our leading edge there, we made it 10.5 inches. So we are 1/2 inch from coming out of that first block. So definitely not too bad. So let's set up for that second shot and see how that one does. All right, we're setting back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. All right, so it looks like our impact velocity on that one was 1351. So definitely good to see there, and more like it, that one was right at 1325. So it looks like it was pretty much right on par with that 4.5 inch plus barrel getting that velocity. So good to see. All right, so there's the entry on that one. Looks like it got another really good hit, and same as that other one. Nice star pattern so far from the front. So let's check it out from the top. Oh yeah, check that out. Definitely looking a little bit wider for sure. You can see a ton of disruption, huge spiral cuts. This one did flatline a little bit towards the end, and this one actually did make it into that second block, so that's always good to see. So let's see what kind of measurement this one brought us. So at our widest point, we are just shy of 3 inches, so definitely a little bit more than that first one, but of course that one was a super short barrel, so kind of expected there. But let's see from the side. So check that out. So it looks like as soon as it came in here, definitely opened up really nicely. You can see those huge spiral cuts, and it does look like it is dumping a ton of that lead in there. Tons of fragmentation for sure. And then you can see where it is resting in that second block. So let's see what kind of measurement we have from the side. Yeah, definitely fragged quite a bit. We are at 2.5, so a little bit less from the side than the top, but still not too bad. But yeah, check that out. Big old chunks of lead in there too. And then this one is facing upward, same as the last one, and we made it 1.25 inches. So that one made it 13.25 total inches of penetration. So not too bad. So let's check them out one time from the top. So one on the right was that first shot, one on the left was that second shot. So here is that Glock 27 shot. See, as soon as it came in, where it started to open up really nice. Pretty big spiral cuts going through. It did settle down pretty quickly, and then it is resting right there. And our second shot, same thing, came in right at that 1/4 inch mark, started to get some pretty good expansion, tons of disruption. Then you can see all that fragmentation right there. There's quite a bit, and we just barely made it into that second block, so not too bad. So let's pull these rounds and see what they look like. All right, check those things out. Looks like they both got some awesome expansion. So the one on the right was that short barrel shot, and one on the left was that full size shot. So here's that Glock 27 shot. You can see that thing open up really nice. Huge slug for sure, flattened right out. It is very light for caliber also, but always good to see them perform like that. But check that out, picture perfect back there. Looks like we might have shed one chunk of lead in there. That thing is Paco gel, but definitely did pretty good for that super old technology. Kind of looks like in between a Nosler and an XTP. And here is that full-size shot. Whole different story here. That thing just peeled back perfectly. You can see where it's just about to start breaking off that outer layer. But really good expansion. You can see those petals still stuck there. Those copper ones, see one of them just fell out. One of the copper the copper petals did fold right over that base. And there was one small chunk of lead kind of kicked out, but definitely did pretty good. Good to see, like I said, for that older technology, that is a A+ for sure. So the one time from the bottom, one on the right was that short barrel shot, one on the left was that full size shot. And last time from the top. So like I always do, guys, we'll get our rinse these out, get our still shot, slow-mo, and all that good stuff here at the end. So once again, that one was that Triton Hi-VEL 135 grain 40 Smith & Wesson short barrel versus full size. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, so there's that cross section for that Glock 27. That one definitely got some nice big tears down in there. Pretty big splitting. Same on this side. You can see right down in there. So I did remeasure these, and they are peaking and averaging right at that 2 3/4 inch mark. So that's definitely really good to see. And that thing was moving over 1,200 feet per second. So that's also really good to see. So let's cut it open. All right, so here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right side, and this top is the left. So you can see here, this one was a little bit more delayed, than our standard like 1/4 inch where they open up. This was right around that 1/2 inch mark. But it definitely started to open up. You can see it dumping all that energy, huge path going all the way through. And this one drug in quite a bit of that cotton t-shirt. But you could see some massive splitting, man. There is a ton of damage for that. And it's really cool to see because that, of course they don't make that stuff anymore. But I was excited to actually find it because, man, I knew we had to get a test in for sure. But anyways, here's the top one, same thing, right? That 1/2 inch mark started to open up. Once again, you can see that path real distinct in this side. And there is a ton more fabric that thing drug in, and a lot more splitting. Quite a bit of damage, and out of that short barrel was definitely pretty impressive. It's hard to get anything above 1,200 feet per second, even for that light for caliber stuff for the 40. So definitely good to see. So let's do one more quick angle just so you can see what's going on. But check that out. Definitely creating quite a bit of damage here in this gel. And same on this side. Pretty awesome stuff. So there was that Glock 27 shot. All right, and here's that cross section for that Beretta. So pretty much same thing, kind of looking the same way. Really big splits going on. There is a little bit of lead down in there. And same on this side, nice big splitting. So I did remeasure this. They are peaking right at that 3-inch mark, but averaging exactly the same right at that 2 3/4, which is kind of surprising. We didn't get really too much more damage, even though it was going, you know, over 120 feet per second faster. Still super impressive, but you know, not really what we were expecting. But let's cut it open. All right, and here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right side, and this top is the left. So you can definitely tell what's going on here. So as soon as that thing came in, it does look like right around that 1/4 inch mark, it is starting to open up. It definitely took a bunch of gel with it. And then you can see that nice wide path going all the way through. There is a little bit of lead fragmentation in there as well. But we do have some pretty big cuts down in there for sure. And it was actually good to see this one exceed, you know, advertised velocity. Advertised was rated out of a 4.5-inch barrel. And this one was 4.9, you know, almost 5 inches. So, of course, that is kind of expected, but it's good to see them actually, you know, keep up with what they're calling for. And, you know, 1,350 feet per second is definitely no joke, regardless of the weight. Thing was definitely moving. But you can see, same thing here. Came in right at that 1/4 inch mark, started to open up. And once again, super nasty damage in there for sure. Did drag in quite a bit of that fabric, but man, it's just tearing that gel up right there. Crazy stuff. And like I said, it was awesome to actually find that stuff. You know, that stuff's been gone for a while, so really cool that we're able to get a test in. So one more quick angle with that one. Super nasty damage. And last one over here. You can see quite a bit of that fragmentation here. Check out those cuts. Definitely a lot deeper on this side. Pretty cool to see, but there we go. That one was that 135 grain 40 Smith & Wesson Triton Hi-VEL jacketed hollow point. Thanks again for watching, guys.